my wife comes to me and says, you know what would look really cool over those garden gates? Arches. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to show you the simplest and quickest way to put an arch above your garden gate. A wooden arch. Now there's many ways to do it. A lot of fine craftsmanship, a lot of fine woodwork that would be involved. But we're going to show you how to knock one out really quick. It's going to look really beautiful. Stick with us. Alright, here we go. There are two simple ways to make a wooden arch. The first method, which I'm not going to do, this is just for demonstration, is to connect segments of wood together, whatever size they may be. Maybe it's plywood, maybe it's 2x6, whatever it is. Take that to a bandsaw, create a jig, or use a jigsaw, you can do that, and cut out the arch. That's a little bit more challenging, I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to make a beautiful arch from a single 2x10. You can use a 2x8, 2x6 is a little small, but it can be done if your garden gate is small. But we got a 2x10 here, and what we've done is to create the arc that we want on it, we have screwed to it a piece of PVC. Now PVC will give you a nice curve. And you can also use a thin piece of wood, whatever you have laying around, but in my opinion, PVC is so cheap, you probably got some laying around. This is just 1/2 inch, which bends really, really easily. Screw it in on the ends where you want your spring point to be. Screw it in on either end here and just scribe. Now we've already done that, so what we're going to do next is cut it out with our jigsaw. Okay, after I'm done with my first initial cut, you can see I'm going to take the bottom part and you're just going to move it up on top. We're going to secure it up here, and then, sorry the screen's not big enough here, these square ends are going to sit into the top of our posts, and I'll show you how to do that. But let me show you first how to secure this top to the bottom. First things first, we're going to measure to the center of each and get our centers. This is an 8-foot 2x10, but it's actually 8 foot 1/2 inch. So we're going to measure 4 foot 1/4 inch. We're going to come on our cutout. We're at 7 foot 2. So we're going to be 3 foot 7. Okay, we're going to attach this in the center with a lag bolt or a lag screw. But here, obviously, we have to countersink this lag screw in, and that's going to help it to get a better bite into here. We have a 3.5 inch lag screw. If you don't want to do that, just obviously buy, say, a 6 inch. But this is all we have today. We're going to do that by countersinking with our Forstner bit. Now, you've seen us do this on another project. We're going to line our boards here. We're going to clamp these together. Then we're going to drill a pilot hole for our lag screw. We're going to run a bead of glue across the seam here. Make sure that there's not a lot of water penetration and warping. Even though this is treated, we're just going to run our glue. Make sure we get a nice seal, and so they stay together properly. On our tail ends here, we're just going to drive a couple of coated deck screws, water resistant deck screws, into the end to hold the end on. Now we're probably going to give this a quick sand and a coat of tung oil just to brighten it up. But it's a piece of treated, so it's really not necessary. If you use, obviously, a piece of untreated wood, you want to seal that up before you use it in an exterior application. Those pieces of wood are going to be more beautiful, yes. I used a piece of treated simply for the ease of it. You can use whatever you want, right? So, while the glue's drying, we're going to go show you how to attach it to the posts. Okay, now there's several different ways to attach this to the top. Like we did with our trellis, we can notch out the front here, make a cut straight across, and chisel this piece out. That gives us a flat surface to bolt our arch onto. In this case, we're not going to do that. We're going to make a notch in the center. So we've already measured out the distance from center to center on each post, and it is about 8.5 inches. Now these posts have moved a little bit over time, and we're going to support these when we put our beam in. Right now we're going to mark out for our notch, and then we'll cut it out. Now the best tools we've found for this application are our oscillating saw, our Japanese handsaw, and a chisel and hammer. Okay, as you can see, I've got our pockets cut, our pocket notches for our arch, and I've got our posts braced. They are sunk 2 feet in the ground and concreted, but they still move a little bit. We have very, very soft, sandy loam soil here, so I've got them braced and drawn in to the point where it's going to be fitted properly. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a little bit of used motor oil, and since I've notched into this pressure treated lumber, it's more vulnerable on the inside. So I'm going to coat that with some used motor oil, and that's going to protect it. That's a great way to use up your used motor oil. Alright, we've got our arch ready, our posts ready. Let's lift this baby into place. We're going to secure it on the ends, and then we're done. Well, there's the finished arch, everybody. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. Ask us any questions down in the comment section below. We'd love to answer them for you and have a great conversation. Go visit us on countrylivingexperience.com. Check out our Amazon store linked on there. Read our great blog articles. And have a great day. We'll see you on the next video. Don't forget to share. See ya. Bye.